The number one question I get is, what is this? What is write by number? Um, it is a writing program that teaches students to go from one sentence all the way through 8-paragraph essays. It's a K through 12 curriculum, means they start whenever they want. They can start at any age. Everybody starts at stage 1, and it's mastery based, so they move at their own pace all the way through. And it teaches students to write well and write in an organized fashion. One of the problems is with teaching expository writing is sometimes they'll teach outlines in writing classes. They'll say you need an introduction and you need 3 main points, you need a conclusion, your basic 5-paragraph essay. But then what happens is the students kind of have these random thoughts. They really just have 5 paragraphs and it's not really well connected. Well, write by number is a play on paint by number. And so what we're doing is we're saying, look, in each place where there's going to be a sentence, that sentence has a job. And so you can picture it like paint, right? So here's where you paint red, here's where you paint blue. So it's a very structured way to teach writing, which for 90% of students is a big relief because it's not guesswork. They're not going, I don't know if this is what I'm supposed to write. And then they get the feedback from the teacher and they find out, oh yeah, guess what? I did it all wrong and I spent all this time on something and I don't even know why I did it wrong or how to fix it. And unfortunately, many times the teacher doesn't have time to even explain. They just put a grade on it, or they just say, oh, I just am grading for content, or I'm grading for just spelling, because they can't actually help the student form and create a good essay. It takes a lot of time. So this method, write by number, by putting everything in a very specific order, they're learning that structure on their own. And for those of you that are creative writers, that's going to make you cringe because I want my child to express themselves. They will. They will. Think of it like teaching drawing. Okay. You teach how to shade. You teach how to color correctly. You teach how to perspective, right? All these skills have to be learned for the student to be creative and make this artwork that's beautiful. Writing is the same way. There's a lot of skills that go behind writing and they disappear when the creative writing comes up top, just right when we put paint on top of the numbers and paint by number, you don't see the understructure anymore. This teaches the understructure. And then as they grow more confident and they understand how to organize their ideas, then they can become more and more creative. And one of the ways that I teach them to be creative writers is we do sentence patterns. And you may think, but that's grammar. Well, guess what? It's just learning how to put your words in different orders. So when we write sentences, we generally use the same kind of structure. We do subject, predicate, subject. I went to the store. I bought bananas. It was fun, right? This is subject, predicate, subject, predicate, subject, predicate. And it's boring. And it's not good writing. I graded AP exams, and you could have the most well-structured essay, and if the sentence patterns were not varied with good vocabulary, you got a lower grade, because you need to show mastery of language. So you need to be able to say the same thing like 8 different ways, moving the sentences around. I mean, the words around in a sentence, moving the phrases around. So sentence patterns teach that. And then what happens is those patterns get ingrained in the students' thinking, and they start using them naturally in their writing, and they use them in good places. Write by number will make them use it very unnaturally. It's like an exercise, it's like a drill, but they will learn to use it, and then they go ahead and write that way. So write by number is a very different way of teaching writing that a lot of people kind of find strange. And then when they do it, they think, why haven't we always done it this way? At least that's the response I get. That's what I think. I think, why don't we teach writing this way? It's so easy, and it makes it so accessible for everyone. So that's write by number in a nutshell.